You've never known a world different than this one. There was a time when you called 911. The police showed up in 5 minutes. Then it became 30 minutes. Then 3 hours. Eventually, they stopped coming at all. And that's when those of us who were fortunate enough to have options had to choose between going it alone out there or being protected in here.
The new series Incorporated is set in 2074, where corporations have taken power. Dennis Haysbert plays head of security and the most feared man in one company's headquarters.
Yeah, we just saw a scene. Hello, it's good to see you, by the way.
Welcome. Good morning.
We just saw that scene that was pretty riveting. Tell us what was going on there.
In that particular scene, it's, I don't know which, I think that's probably a couple episodes in. There has been a bit of espionage. There's been some tech stolen, and I don't know quite where that's going to lead, but we suspect a couple of the young executives that are up for this promotion.
It's a very futuristic kind of show. You get that everything is just so modern and highly technical.
Well, you know what? It's where we're going in our society. It's in a number of ways that are not so good and some that are really good. I mean, we're going to have self-driving cars soon. That's a big component in this show. Cosmetic surgery done with just almost like a wand.
Oh, I love that.
You
yeah,
know,
that's a good idea.
You know,
something I embrace. Yeah.
But
but it's about companies and power, unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Governments have fallen. All the United States government is gone. So it's up to the companies, the corporations, to take over. So all the corporations have their own armies. Now, there are a few corporations out right now that have their own security forces.
Sure.
It's scary.
And, it is scary.
Yeah. We watched you as a serious character. That, every time, I mean, when I look at you, I want to say, hello, Mr. President, President David Palmer from the show 24. And then yesterday we were talking about interviewing you, and the guys in the booth reminded me about this great classic character, which I'd never forgotten the movie, but I'd forgotten, how you look back and you watch. Ronnie, roll that thing.
Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curve ball, that's our friend. Astrobutica. Take fear, bats.
Pedro Serrano, one of the most wonderful characters in sports film. Now, do people call you Mr. President when they see you? Do they call you Serrano?
It depends on what they like.
Yeah.
First of all, they always mention Allstate because that's on 24/7, 365. So everybody knows that, even the kids. But yeah, sometimes it's Pedro.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's David. Sometimes it's Jonas Blaine. And sometimes it's Heat. I was just talking to someone earlier about Heat.
Well, one of my favorite roles that you played is Nelson Mandela, the late great Nelson Mandela. It was just a beautifully portrayed.
Thank you.
How was it for you? What was it like playing him?
Well, I did that in South Africa. I did it in Cape Town, and it was probably one of the most intimidating roles I've ever had to play, because I had to, even when I was off work, everybody in the city knew I was there portraying him. So I'd be at the restaurant, and the waitress or waiter would come up to me and says, "You're going to do Madiba right." Wow. I said, "I hope so."
Talk about pressure.
Yeah.
And but and he was still alive at the time, and what he had done, for the country, to the country, and with the country, and with its citizenry, it was amazing. An amazing time to be there and to portray that.
Well, you played him beautifully.
Thank you.
You have some of the best pipes in the industry.
Yes, you do.
Have there been certain roles you think you've been pinpointed for because of this great voice you have?
Yeah, they kind of, I'm led towards authoritarian roles, but my favorite roles are my romantic roles.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Far From Heaven's probably one of my favorite movies ever, and Love Field is very, very close to my heart. So one of these days I'll portray something like that again.
Lovely.
Well, we talked about how it's just been a great run for you. Really nice ride. You're always busy.
I hope I stay that way. Your mouth to God's ears. I should continue to be so lucky.
We appreciate you coming in.
Yeah,
thank you. Thanks for having me.
We want to remind you the series premiere of Incorporated is tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on the SyFy channel.